Hello, everybody. Mr. Rubo here. So today we're looking at 2-1 is the page we're going to start with, which is our introduction to perpendicularity. So the first thing we need to talk about is just this symbol, which is like an upside down T. That is the perpendicular symbol. So this symbol means that the two lines, two segments, whatever they may be, are perpendicular to each other. So you can kind of see here in this given uh, the perpendicular statement. So we have RW is perpendicular SV, and RV is perpendicular to VW. So, just kind of planning this proof out before we get to writing it. We'll start first. Let me erase that. We'll start with RW and SV. Well, that is these two diagonals. So with that, we actually can say from saying perpendicular, we can get right angles. And usually we have four right angles that are created, right? So we have like RTS, STW, WTV, and VTR. We usually don't have to say all of them. We usually only have to say one, maybe two, depending on the proof. But we technically get all four of them for free when we say perpendicular. Where like the second piece, RV is perpendicular to VW. RV is here. VW is here. Well, in this diagram, there's really only the one angle, right? So RVW. So you're going to see in the way I write this proof here that I'm going to get that a right angle. And then you should always, with any proof, always kind of go through based off of what you're trying to prove here. So RVW, we are trying to prove is congruent to RTS, which, hey, guess what? We're going to have that they're both right angles, which then proves proves congruency. So you can kind of see here, I kind of talk through the proof, but here is the way we would write it. So the first step, the first given. Second step is saying that angle RTS is a right angle. And again, we actually had four right angles that we could have stated, but this was the only one we needed. And our reason is if two segments are perpendicular, then they form a right angle. Okay. Then we go ahead and move on to the next piece of given. And we say that this is a right angle. And you can say, when you're using the same reason for multiple steps, you can say same as whatever step it was. So you can see here, I've said same as step 2 because it is the exact same reason, right? That's one of the nice things with being general is we can use it wherever. If we've used it more than once, we don't have to restate it. And then the last step is if two angles are right angles, then they are congruent. So we've seen that one before. All right. So now this warm up down here, this is not a proof, even though it kind of looks like set up like a proof. This is just a warm up. So go ahead, pause the video here. Look at what we have. We have congruency. We also have bisects. So you're going to have a lot of stuff that are equal. And then also pay attention that one of these is just a given 41 degrees. So you can kind of start setting this up. You can kind of see one of my equations here. But like I said, pause the video, try it out on your own. Once you're done, come back to the video. Okay, well, hopefully you worked through this on your own. Like I said, you had that 4x plus 5 equals 41 from the video from earlier. Solve it, x equals 9, set up your second equation, substitute in that 9, solve, and just don't forget, once you solve for x and y, don't forget to actually find the angle we're looking for. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go on to 2-2 here. And this is another one. I want you guys to go ahead and try this one out on your own. Set it up, do what you need to do. Yes, this one's going to be more algebra here, but you're going to set up the system, solve this one, and this one, just check the key when you're done. Because then we're going to go ahead and jump to page 2-8. So 2-8 is really where the new part of this comes in for today's notes, which is midpoint. You've seen midpoint before. We have this formula. So yeah, it's going to be pretty straightforward. It's not a very difficult formula. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this first example. So they give us points A and B, and we just want to find the midpoint. So straightforward. So you're going to go ahead and -5 plus -13 divided by 2. And then 7 plus 10. Oh, my stylus stopped working there. Oh, maybe. There we go. Divided by 2. Simplify both of those. And yeah, my stylus is being really slow here. Well, your answer would be, oh, almost got it. Let's see. Can I? All right, there we go. 8.5. So that should say -9, comma 8.5. So yeah, decimals are 100% okay. Don't worry if you get decimals, you'll get them a lot. All right. Now this is where sometimes people make mistakes. Here they're saying F is the midpoint. So now I need to figure out what my second point is. So if I say 19 plus x2, or just x, it doesn't really matter, over 2 equals 2. And I solve this. So I multiply both sides by 2 equals 4, and then subtract. So I would get x is -15. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the y's. So I'll say -1 plus y over 2 equals -4. And again, same step, multiply by 2. Oh, sorry about the stylus, guys. 2, there we go. Equals negative. Oh, wait, sorry. I already did that. That's what happens when your stylus doesn't work. It's throwing you off. So you get -1 plus y equals -8. So y equals -7. So our final answer here is the coordinate point -15, comma, -7. All right. So the way we make these a little bit harder, but it's really not even that bad. Here it says, given this endpoint, you'll notice one of these endpoints has a k value in it. It says, find the midpoint of the segment that connects these 2 points. Give your answer in terms of k. So that's literally just, k is going to be in our answer. So we're going to just do the normal midpoint formula, -102 plus 4k all over 2, comma, -3 plus 14 all over 2. And I really just need to simplify this. Both of those are divisible by 2, so -51 plus 2k, comma, and then that one, well, you get 11 over 2, which is 5.5. And our answer is in terms of k, so there's our answer. So then part B is kind of the next step in these types of problems. They're telling us the x-coordinate is 10. Well, we just need to take what we solve for in part A and set it equal to 10 and solve this, right? So add 51 and divide by 2. So we get 30.5 or 61 over 2 or 30.5. All right. So that is it for today's notes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.